Good evening, friends. Welcome to your Tuesday evening Facebook Live. My name is Sarah Edwards. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I come to you guys live every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 to show you a fun new project. So, I have had a crazy, crazy last 2 weeks of my life. One of the weeks was absolutely spectacular. I spent a week in Disneyland with my grandson. It has always been one of those things that I've wanted to do is go on vacation with the kids and take care of the grandbabies while the kids play and have fun. So my dream has finally come true. So I was able to do that and it was so much fun. He was amazing the entire time. I mean, little kids are going to have little meltdowns every now and then, and adults have meltdowns every now and then. But it was so much fun, and I am so grateful I got to spend that week with them. And then I got back. Um, let's see, I had a major dental issue, but that's for another day and another story. And then we had the bingo boat or the bingo on Saturday, plus the gift card class. So after that, I went to work on Sunday and then I woke up Monday completely dead to the world. I have no idea what I caught, how I caught it. All I know, it was miserable. I didn't get out of bed. If I did get out of bed, I moved to the couch. So I was between the couch and the bed for an entire week. I would not wish this upon my worst enemy, how sick I was. So thank you so much for all of the text messages and all of the encouraging messages on Facebook while I recovered. I don't think I'm 100%. I think I'm still a little foggy in the brain, but my husband says that that's not because I was sick. So maybe I am all better. But yes, every day it gets better and better. So welcome, Valerie. Yes, thank you. I am doing a million times better than what I was last week. So that is definitely a plus. So I had to leave the house today at 2 to run a bunch of errands, and I literally just got home like 30 minutes ago. And wouldn't you know that my UPS man showed up right as I was leaving. So I was not able to unpack my pre-order stuff. I did rip open the box and grab the mat that I want to show you guys, or the glass plate that I want to show you guys. It is so gorgeous. Oh, everybody is going to want it. And I'm so excited that's the only thing I've ripped out of the box. Everything else is still sitting behind me on the floor. I'll try not to trip over it as I leave the Facebook Live area. But welcome. Thank you for joining me. Um, Not that I have to let everybody know, but I won't be live on Thursday again this week. We're taking Lucas to the North Pole excursion, and we're leaving Thursday afternoon. So I won't be live on Thursday. If I can, I will try to go live in the morning, but I'm not entirely sure how my day is going to go. So you probably won't see me this Thursday, but at least you have me today, and I have a super cute card to show you guys. Okay, let's point you over and we are going to get started. I'm going to make sure we are live on Facebook and it should be, there it is. Okay, so here is the amazing new catalog, the January through April mini catalog. It is absolutely phenomenal. Oh, just love, love, love everything about it. I'm going to show you some of the cards that we did at the bingo event. I did focus on this catalog, and here is the celebration. We're not allowed to open the catalog, but in the back of this celebration, we'll show you how to get this amazing mat. So you do see a couple little glare marks on the sides. Those are just my camera or my lights in my Facebook Live area. I'll probably try to see if I can move my lights around to get it where it doesn't have that glare. But I did have to show you guys. It is so gorgeous and it's so beautiful. It's a glass mat, so when you're crafting on it, you don't have to have the paper mats underneath you. If your ink gets on it, you can just wipe it off with our chamois, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So I am so excited that I finally have this in my hot little hands, and I can start playing with it. Okay, so back to the catalogs. I will be working Friday and Saturday on getting these guys in the mail to everybody. So hopefully they'll all go out by Saturday. So you should have them early next week and before Christmas so you can play with them and look at everything over the holidays. So for our bingo events, I made everybody these cute little headbands. And yes, everybody wore them. I'm sure everybody saw the photos on Facebook. But I just wanted to think outside the box, and this definitely was outside the box, but it was so fun and cute and just something different. And that's what I love about paper crafting is you can make it what you want. And I thought this would be fun for a birthday party as well. Instead of having the little blow things, you can have these guys on your head. So everybody got one of those. Everybody got a bingo bag. This is using all the Stampin' Up! Dies. And these are our new letters that are in the catalog. So I did Make a Wish Friends and I did the ice cream cone. So my thought process behind this was you can use this for a gift giving bag. So instead of getting just a paper bag, you had a nice reusable bag. So there's that. And everybody got to make these 3 cards. I wanted to do something a little masculine. I wanted to do something a little feminine and something a little bit that you could use for either feminine, masculine, or a kid's birthday. So these are the 3 cards everybody got to make, and it is definitely a fun set. I love how big and bold the images are. So fun. I'm actually still playing with this set. I have to do my thank you cards for bingo. I usually get them out shortly after the event, but everybody knows I was not in my right state of mind, so I was not able to get them out. So good evening, Erin. Yes, I will definitely send you a catalog. Absolutely. So this is the card we're going to be making tonight. I don't know if everybody saw the email that I sent out earlier, but it's a free shipping on Thursday over $75 orders. And if anybody else is like me, I love designer series paper. I'm a bit of a hoarder when it comes to designer series paper, and I never know what side of the designer series paper to use. So this is focusing on using both sides of the designer series paper. So you don't have to worry about which side you like best. So I'm going to show you guys how to put this super cute, so easy card together. And because I always say let the designer series paper do all of the work for you, I didn't want to embellish it too much on the front. So I just brought in the circle sayings punch and the stamp set to create a cute little dimension on the top of it. So that is what we're going to play with. So first, you will need to get your paper trimmer out. And I am going to use my little mat. I'm going to leave it there. And I brought in the 12 by 12 designer series paper. It's called Marion Bold Brights. It is 12 by 12 and it is in the holiday catalog. So if you're doing this technique with a directional specific paper, you need to make sure you're going to cut your paper the correct way. This is not directional specific, so I don't have to worry about it. But just remember, if it is directional specific, you might need to adjust how you cut. So our first cut mark is going to be on the 5, actually, sorry, we're going to cut this, I have to pull my arm out. We're going to cut this at 8.5. So I'm going to cut this at 8.5 inches. And now I'm going to rotate it and I'm going to cut it at 5.5. And then I'm going to cut this piece at 5.5. There we go. So this is all you're left over with out of that strip. And then this piece is 3.5 inches. Save this because I am going to do another card where you can use the 3.5 inch piece. So save that for something else. And we're done with our trimmer. And I put on the dimensions that you can score this or fold it in half. Usually when I'm working with cardstock, I pre-score all of it. But sometimes when I'm working with designer series paper, you can actually poke a hole in your designer series paper if you score too deep. So I think it's just as easy to fold this in half. and give it a nice crease. Our designer series paper is a lot thinner than our cardstock, so it folds really easily. So I'm going to go ahead and fold both of these. Just going to line up those edges. And now we have two cards. And if I just grab one of these that I showed you earlier, it is going to be the same exact size. So it's a normal size card base. We're just using designer series paper instead of cardstock. So that is how you get your card base. I do have a piece of our basic white, and this is 3 3/4 inch by 5. That's what's going to go on the inside. You could do the 4 by 5 1/4 on the inside, but I want to just showcase the inside part of the designer series paper. So that's why I just went a little bit shorter. I'm going to grab my Memento ink, and this is the inside piece, but I just want a little bit of the circle or the celebrate and the cupcake. So you can see that I got a mess on my mat. I actually did that purposely. I'm just going to take my little chamois, wipe that off, and voila. It is perfect. Now you can't order this. If you're a demonstrator, you could have pre-ordered it, but it has gone out of stock right now. So the only way to get this is to sign up to be a demonstrator. And you definitely don't have to do what I do. You don't have to do Facebook Lives. You don't have to do classes. If you want to, I'm totally here to help you, but you definitely don't have to. But that is the only way to get this, and it's not starting until January 4th, I believe, or 5th. So we still have a little bit of time. So I'm just taking my markers. This one is Pool Party. So I took the light Pool Party and colored all of the top of the cupcake. And now I'm just taking the dark and I'm just accenting some of the little pieces, just to give it a little bit of dimension. And I'm going to do the same thing with the crumb cake. Thank you, Pam, for sharing. Welcome. And I'm going to take the light crumb cake and I'm going to color the bottom of the cupcake. And remember, this is going on the inside of my card. We're still going to do the outside. And I really need to get some more blends. I was coloring some stuff today and I realized my Flirty Flamingo was dried out. And now that I'm coloring with my crumb cake, I realize my crumb cake is drying out as well. So maybe on free shipping day, I am going to order me a new set of blender pens. Okay, so there is that. We'll glue that to the inside. But I do want to come in and stamp the cupcake so I can do it on the front of the card. I should have showed you guys this earlier. Let me wipe this stamp off. So when you get the circle saying stamp sets, this is what it looks like, and it comes with the 2 3/8 inch circle punch. This guy does not technically fit inside the circle. I don't know if you can see, I trimmed off just the edges of the photopolymer so it would fit inside the circle. So what I would recommend is take your circle and lay it on a flat surface. And then you can take this and line it up after you trim the little edges, and it'll fit right inside. And then you can pick it up with your block. And don't mind my blocks, I need to put them in the dishwasher. I'm going to ink this up and I'm going to stamp 1 and 2. I'll just color both at the same time. And the coloring actually goes pretty quickly when you have like a little bit smaller of a surface. So the coloring is not tragic at all. Usually I'm not the biggest fan of coloring when I'm in a hurry. I actually do like to color, but if I'm in a hurry, I can't color because then I can't concentrate. But during the Facebook Lives, I'm really in no hurry. My husband was on his own for dinner tonight because I was running errands and he made breakfast for dinner. So when I get done with the Facebook Live, I have breakfast for dinner waiting for me. So I'm just coming in and accenting some of these little pieces. And you could really use the Wink of Stella on this as well. I think I might have one in front of me. So if I do, I will add some Wink of Stella to it. And then I'm going to do the light creme cake. Oh, I do have some. So I will sprinkle that on. I don't think we can have enough Wink of Stella. Yeah, my blender pin is definitely seen better days. You shouldn't have to push this hard to get the color to come out. And if you can hear it, that's really bad. When you're using these, you should never hear you coloring. But this will actually make it where you're not going to be able to see it. So I'm just going down the little lines. Do this one really quick. We'll Wink of Stella it. And then we'll glue our cards together. So if you have a lot of designer series paper, this is the way to go to use some of that. Good evening, Bev. Welcome. Grab the Wink of Stella. It's probably hard to see what the Wink of Stella really does to the cupcake, but it is definitely super cute. There's that. So I don't know if you can see that it did give it a little bit of a shimmer. So let's grab our 2¼ inch circle punch. And I want to make sure I'm grabbing the right one. Yes. So I'm going to punch that one out. And this one. And I have my 2�3/8 that I am going to punch out 2 of the Pool Party. And I don't use Pool Party very often, but I just went in and grabbed the colors that were in the designer series paper, and Pool Party is one of them. So I have some ribbon here, and I'm just going to fold the ribbon and trim. And then I can probably tell you what size I did it. So it looks like it's about 5 inches. I could measure again, but we're just going to eyeball it. Oh, that one I didn't cut very well. There we go. Okay, so here's another little trick I have for you. So in my original card, I just put the ribbon down at the bottom to give it a little bit of length here. And sometimes it's hard for me to get the ribbon to stay with the mini glue dots because I stick the glue dots to my fingernail. And it's just sometimes a little bit more difficult than what it should be. So I have a little secret that I'm going to show you. Stampin' Up! Used to sell these, so if you still have the Stampin' Up! Stapler, definitely pull it out and use it. But if you don't, really any stapler would work. You can staple that together and you know it's not going anywhere. And this is exactly what I did to this card. I was fumbling with the mini glue dots, and making cards should not be frustrating. And then when you flip this over, nobody's ever going to see this, as long as you staple it before you attach this piece. So if you do it after the fact, you're going to see the staple. And if you forget to staple it, just use mini glue dots. There you go. And we're going to attach this one. Even though it looks like this card has taken me a while, it really is not. Okay, So there's those. Let's bring in our card base. So this is the inside piece. And I just wanted a smidgen on the edge. The original card, I didn't do anything on the inside, so you don't have to if you don't want to. I'll show you this one in a second. So that's the inside of this one where I didn't put the little celebrating cupcake on the edge, but I think it just added a little bit of extra. We're going to flip this over and we are going to hunt for mini glue dot or mini dimensionals because they are not where they're supposed to be on my table, but I know where they're at in the craft room. So thanks for walking in there with me. And now we can put dimensionals on the back. 5 is probably overkill, but it's your card. You can put 1,000 of them on there if you want to. Do what makes you happy. And this right here, friends, makes me happy. So easy. You get to see both sides of the designer series paper and just fun and unique and difference. And I like difference. Let's put this one on. Hopefully I have enough dimensionals. If not, we'll use the edges. We'll make it work. There we go. And you can do these for all holidays as well. Just remember, if you are doing a directional specific paper, you might have to cut the cards or cut the DSP a little bit different. That would be my only suggestion, just making sure you're cutting it right. It is just paper, so if you mess up, it's really not tragic, but it can be frustrating sometimes when you mess up. So I don't want anybody to get frustrated. So if it's directional specific, triple think before you cut. But if it isn't directional specific, it doesn't matter which way you cut it. Like I chose one where I didn't have to use my brain because it's not quite firing on all cylinders. So that's why I did that. But there's so many beautiful papers in the celebration sets that I can't wait to make lots of these cards. I actually think I might do this for a card class. Let's see if I can get any more of the light brown out of this guy before he gets filed. Oh, I used the other end and I got a little bit more, so I might not have to file him just yet. Okay, I'm just coloring the last inside piece so I don't forget and not do it tomorrow. There we go. Hard to talk and color at the same time. But voila, we did it. This is going to go on the inside. And I will bring all of the gorgeous cards in. Sorry, my phone is dinging. It is probably my children. Okay, there we go. That is how fun, cute, and easy these cards are to put together. Something a little bit different, and I love being different, but it's still so pretty. So hopefully you guys liked tonight's live. Thank you again so much for being patient with me while I was in Disneyland and so sick for the last week. So I'm so glad to be back. I definitely have missed you guys. So hopefully you have felt the love from my bed and the couch that I couldn't be out here celebrating with you guys and making fun cards. So if you need anything, please feel free to reach out. Remember that Thursday is free shipping on all $75 orders or more. And I will get all of these catalogs in the mail, hopefully by the end of this weekend. That is my goal. So if you need anything, let me know. If not, I will possibly see you on Thursday morning or next Tuesday for sure. And I promise I won't be taking any more time off. I swear, I definitely promise. Okay, well, have a good evening and we'll chat soon. Bye-bye.